All right, we are live for episode 5 on our beautiful Ultimate General Civil War playthrough. We have been starting to get the hang of this game a little bit. It took took several battles to kind of get a little bit of the nuances figured out, but I am really starting to enjoy this title. This title is really coming along beautifully. So let's see here. We left off right about here. Yes. And we had a beautiful, beautiful episode yesterday. We started off with a kettle run. We had a draw. We were close to getting the objective for the victory, but we just ran out of time a little bit. Thoroughfare Gap, that was an easy victory. That wasn't that big of a battle. But the second bull run, that was a bloody affair. Bloody. I mean, we outnumbered the Confederacy on that battle, but they had the distinct good position, and we were on the offensive. Our objective was to take that hill up there on the stone wall, the hill above the stone wall, and it took every bit of our army to get up there and finally take it. But I do feel like we won that battle yesterday a little bit early, because I felt like we got up there and we were so aggressive that we were able to get up there and get in that position before he was able to bring a lot of his reinforcements into play. So, being aggressive, we kind of did like a little bit of a blitzkrieg move on that battle, because we just pushed right in the middle. And it was bloody, but we took a lot of casualties, but we got through it. And right now, we had just, at the end of our previous episode, we just finished getting everybody up to snuff here. Our first corps here, we have 20 divisions now. And we still have room to get 4 more, but we're out of moolah. Our second corps, we've got 6 infantry and 2 artillery. And the third corps, we're just getting it started right now. It just has about 2,500 infantry. But the first corps is stacked right now. We've got most of the infantry have pretty good rifles. I think we only have one. Yeah, only Denison here has the starting rifle. Denison and Darden, I'm sorry. Denison and Darden have the starting rifles. All the rest of our infantry brigades have decent weapons. And we've got 2 skirmisher brigades now and 2 cavalry, both 500 man each. And we have 5 artillery pieces in this first corps. So this first corps is getting stacked. And some of our army here is starting to get their experience up. A lot of the infantry has 1 perk. And some of our artillery is getting close to having a 2nd perk available too. Which, I'm starting to realize that your artillery can have an easier time gaining experience, because you generally, if you protect it, you don't lose anything. The infantry, it's a little bit harder to get experience with it because your experience bar will go up, but then you'll lose soldiers. And getting your brigade back up to full strength, it brings the experience down. So it's kind of a slow go getting your experience up on the infantry. But then again, we're just playing this for the first time. So we've already got our army set up. We could spend reputation to purchase some more equipment here and get some more money. But I think we're okay because we have a couple of optional battles leading up to the Antietam Grand Battle. Need to do a little sound check here. Okay, I sound beautiful. So the two optional battles leading up to Antietam, they're both on the same date, 14th of September, 1862. So it's kind of hard to tell which one we want to play first. So it really doesn't matter either or. So we'll just start with this Crampton's Gap, then move on to South Mountain, and hopefully we do decent in these two optional battles, and it'll get us a little bit bigger and stronger in order to do this battle in Antietam, which is going to be a big deal. I think this is going to be a big deal, this battle here. So let's get into it. Enough talking. Okay, so this first battle, you can only have 9 brigades. We have 20 brigades in that corps. So what we have to do is go back to camp, move these two over to the second corps, and in our first corps here, we'll pick our 9 strongest brigades. So we're probably going to go oops. We'll put them all in this third corps here, which is empty. So we got to get 9 brigades in here. So we've got 5 infantry. We'll probably just do 5 infantry. Maybe just 1 artillery. Let's do this Napoleon artillery here. Give him a little experience. So there's 6 brigades here. We can get 2 more. So we'll bring Moody and Couch in here. We'll just have take that back. Let's go ahead and have a cavalry. Oops. Oh, we need to create another division. So we need about 3,000 here. Might be enough. Need about 200 more. Alright, so we've got 5 infantry, 1 artillery, and then we'll put a cavalry and a skirmisher in there. And that'll be our 8 brigades for this battle. Oh, 9 brigades, I'm sorry. You can have 9 brigades in this battle. So do another infantry. another artillery. What is the experience on these two? They're both about the same. Yeah, just put another infantry down there. Put a Moody down there. Okay, so we've got 9 brigades, 6 infantry, 1 artillery, a cavalry, and a skirmisher. Crampton's Gap, you can only have 9 brigades. Perfect. So Crampton's Gap, 14th September 1862. The rebels have decided for the first time to invade the northern soil. Lee has split his forces in an attempt to secure a supply line at Maryland. Jackson, with the left wing of the rebel army, is attacking Harper's Ferry, a strategic town with an arsenal. You need to drive a part of your army through Crampton's Gap to break the siege. The rest of your army must check the right wing of the rebel army spotted at Boonesboro. Our scouts report a small Confederate force is guarding the gap. So I guess this is the gap. We must attack and secure the passage. I hate being on the offensive, but that's okay. Most of our forces are an hour behind, but the garrison of Harper's Ferry will soon run out of time. We need to move fast, else the town will fall to the rebel hands. Okay, so let's get our infantry. Just put everybody up top as fast as you can. Okay, right now, we actually only have our 4 infantry to start. The other 5 brigades probably come on the field at a later date or at a later point in time, as best as I'm thinking. So start moving them up. So we've got about 2,250 seconds. And he's just got a lot of infantry here. He's got 5 brigades that we can see already. Okay, get that supply wagon back. Hold up. Alright, Tyler, we're going to move him over here. Alright, Walton, hold. Arnold, hold. Tyler, we're moving up. Flanked. Come on, turn. Turn and face the enemy. Alright, it's going to be tricky to, I'd like to get Tyler turned a little bit more this direction. So we got 1 pushback. Nice, nice. What's the range? Let's get that artillery back there. It's just going to chew us up. Alright, Tyler, hold right there. If we had our reinforcements come in, our other 5 brigades, we'd easily be able to dispose of this rabble. We're going to keep creeping up a little bit here. Our brigades are a lot larger than his. The rest of our forces are here. Beautiful. Okay. So now we can get them up. Especially that skirmisher. Get up there. Skirmisher and cavalry, come over here. Infantry, just start heading up the center here. And the artillery, position it right there. Alright, let's try to get across this river real quick. We can get across the river. Okay, so that's how you have them move to an area and attack on the way. When you do this icon here. Nice, okay. We've got plenty of supply, I think. Turn off the supply for the moment. See, our skirmishers and cavalry. Cavalry get up on that hill. You get across the river. See, our skirmishers can flank them. Ooh, that's not good. Avoid his, actually, our skirmishers. To deal with his skirmishers. These two infantry, just march them over here. Oh yeah, we're gonna chew him up. So our 500-man skirmisher is gonna attack his skirmisher. We've got the hill, and the hill you can really see. Anytime you have that eyeball icon, if you have a brigade on that position, it gives you a better visibility on the battlefield, so we can really see everything he's got. Our cavalry's not going to be too effective here. Unless we really want to run somebody down. Stay out of range of his infantry. Don't get flanked. Over here, we're just creeping up slowly. See, our cavalry can... Oh, he's moving the skirmishers back, right? Bring the cavalry over here. You can come up. So we've just got this slow blue line that just keeps pushing up. Okay, so the supply wagon is empty. I think our third corps, I don't think we gave them much supply. Wait, what's going on with our skirmisher? I don't think we paid attention to it. Hold. Much our cavalry can do. It's doing a good job keeping plenty of reserves. Okay, nice. Move up. Gotta keep moving up because we're running out of time a little bit here. All of this infantry, their condition is not that bad. So what we might do, first we're going to save, in case this ends up being an absolute disaster. We're going to charge with all these gentlemen here. We're charging with all of our infantry. While our skirmishers are going to rough them up. The artillery's got plenty of line of sight. So now all of our infantry here need to take these three. Gotta select one at a time. Sometimes trying to do a group maneuver like that is a bad idea. I'm just trying to tighten up our line now. Alright, Tyler, hold. We're taking a bit of a beating here. Alright, Walton. It's going to take a minute to get him into position, but yeah, the skirmishers, I'm kind of understanding how to use the skirmishers a little bit here. Walton, move up. Battle, move up. Arnold. I don't know what to do with you. Everybody's just kind of bottled up right here, right now. And one thing I noticed on the Battle of Second Bull Run, as far as the condition on your infantry brigades, it takes so long to get it built up. So you really only have like one good charge. You've got like one good charge out of your infantry. That was a pretty easy battle. We had him outmatched bad. His artillery had some pretty good casualties. So Crampton's Gap, not that bad. Alright, so with that, we'll get our brigades here up to snuff. Our cavalry took no casualties. Neither did our artillery. Infantry, I took a little bit. This guy got hardly no casualties. So that just gave us a lot more moolah that we can work with. Everybody else is still the same because they didn't engage in that battle. So what we'll do now is we'll check how many brigades we can have on this next optional battle. And then we'll set up our camp. Okay, so on this next battle, South Mountain, a little bit larger engagement. You can have 20 brigades. So now we go back to camp, and that's actually everything we had on the first corps. So put all of these gentlemen back into the first corps. Yeah, third corps, we're just going to keep it empty because it's going to be anytime we can only have like 5, 6, 7 brigades in an optional battle, we'll use the third corps for that until we get a larger army. And we actually have a career point, so we technically could make a total of 5 corps. We could put the economy up a little bit, or the reconnaissance. I'll hold off on that career point for now. We'll save that for the moment. So on this next optional battle, we can have a total of 20 brigades. You two go back up there. You were actually in the third corps, and so were you. Yeah, second corps, first corps. Okay. So we actually only have... How many do we have? Oh, there's 6 in each now. So yeah, this is exactly 20 brigades. And all of them are full strength. The cavalry we can get a little bit larger if we wanted to. They can actually go up to 750. We do have enough weapons to purchase. Our other cavalry, I think they're using a different weapon. Yeah, we've got plenty of that. So we can bring them up to full strength, but we don't want him to lose experience. So just keep him right there. Because he's got that perk. This one we can put up. Everything else is full strength. These two have basic rifles. So we could try to change their rifles, but we need something that we have 5,000 of. Oh, that would cost 70,000 to do that. We might keep them right there. So we're good. We're good to do it. We'll save that 84,000. Yeah, there was no supply on that third core there. Okay, South Mountain. Optional battle leading up to Antietam. So perfect. First core, we got 20 brigades. Bam. We have a full core to deal with this engagement. South Mountain, 14th of September, 1862. Lee has entered Maryland and northern soil for the first time. He dispatched Longstreet with the right wing of the rebel army at Boonesboro. You need to drive part of your army through Fox's and Turner's Gap and attack Longstreet. The rest of your army will move to break the siege of Harper's Ferry and relieve its garrison that is attacked by Jackson's left wing. The rebels have deployed 2 divisions to guard Fox's and Turner's Gap at South Mountain and block your advance. Okay? Be careful, the enemy holds some strong positions. Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. Well, we do get our entire army at the get-go right here, or our entire core. One thing about this game is I'm kind of learning how they actually separate between corps, division, brigade, you know. I think a regiment, I don't know what that is, but I think regiment is smaller than brigade maybe. So let's take a peek here at the terrain. Our objective is over here. So we can just go heavy in the center, or we can try to do some flanking deal. Let's have the 2 skirmishers. Our skirmishers and cavalry on the wings. And I feel like we're pretty stacked infantry-wise, just to have a solid blue wall. Yeah, we fill out the whole entirety of the map. We'll have him here, our supply in the center, and we have 5 artillery. So all 5 of our guns will be in the center. So Denison, Darden, and Walton are going to be the center infantry. And fight. So this is going to be a, a solid blue line just moving across the map. See, our artillery, if we position it right there, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, right there. A little zoomed out for the moment. So we're going to be a little heavy. On infantry in the northern part of the battlefield. I think we've got him outmatched big time. Oh yeah, that might have been a good thing that we went heavy with the infantry up top, because there is a hill right up here. Alright, McClellan hold, Couch hold. Butler and Franklin move up. Being slow and methodical here. Our cavalry can sneak behind and get that artillery. Go ahead and knock Rhodes off that hill. Tyler's going to hold here. Battle and Franklin kind of need to work their way up this way. Oh, he actually beat back that our cavalry. Definitely sneaking behind him. Alright, get rid of that artillery. He's got an infantry brigade right here, hiding in the woods. I don't know if our cavalry's going to be able to sneak past them, but we're going to try. As far as our infantry, we're doing a good job. Okay, you need to get across the river on the double quick. Now go ahead and cross the river down while you're still get some strength. I think our cavalry can do it. Nice. Denison, come up over here. Doing another charge here. And that artillery for the Confederacy is just holding up there. I think we finally got them broken though. We're about to sneak behind them with this cavalry. Alright, McClellan hold. Darden hold. I actually know somebody with the last name of Darden, believe it or not. Alright, you two stop. There was an infantry brigade down there. Dang it. That infantry brigade messed up our cavalry a little bit. Yeah, it's difficult to maneuver the cavalry here because the computer, it does a good job on protecting its rear. Doing a little bit of infantry charge here. Mess up, kind of take this position. Now we need to get up there, Walton. I'll bring him up over here. We'll have Walton engage Rhodes' infantry brigade. Alright, we're holding right there. We're charging this position. Nice. Need to keep moving up. Gotta keep an eye on the time. All of our artillery, fire on that position. Yeah, we're pushing him back. Nice. Cavalry is finally doing a good job cutting them up. It's starting to get contested now. We are running out of time. We need to have all of our artillery fire on that position. We could get like one good charge. Walden and Porter could charge. We're gonna have to do it, because we are running out of time. It's contested. Come on, take it, take it. I'm hoping our cavalry here can sideswipe them too. Alright, Porter hold. Nice. It's contested, so even though the time's run out, it's still contested. Yeah, we just methodically pushed him across the map. Yeah, Rhodes is going to get chewed up now. Nice. Victory. Okay. Beautiful. So we were kind of similar in the amount of equipment we had, or the amount of troops in this engagement. We had a little bit more than he did, but he had the better positioning. Oof. We barely won that, though, on the time. Barely. That was like really, really good victory for us. That helped us out significantly. So first thing we're going to do, before we take a sneak peek at our next battle.
Yes, sir.
Is we're going to get everybody up to snuff here. Just make sure everybody's full strength. Yeah, this that cavalry took a bit of a beating. Where's our other cavalry? Right here. Oh, we don't have enough weapons to get it up to full strength. Yeah, our infantry was nice because it didn't take considerable damage. Only one brigade took a lot of damage. This Tyler brigade here, he took a pounding. He lost about 1,000 men. But everybody else lost about 500 or less. Yeah, starting to understand the use of skirmishers. Skirmishers are good for delaying the enemy and for flanking. Cavalry is just good for scouting and, running down enemy brigades that are already routed. They're good for chopping them up, if they're already retreating. If they're already, falling back. They're okay for attacking artillery, but it's really got to be kind of 2-to-1. Like you have 2 cavalry brigades, a lone artillery brigade, you can easily chop them up that way. So we got through those 2 optional battles leading up to Antietam here. We've still got 123,000 moolah left, and we have some career points that we can spend on our skill. So career points, let's take a peek at the battle first. So see, because we had a victory at Bull Run, a victory at Crampton's Gap, and a victory at South Mountain, he's going to have 10% less enemy army size on this grand battle of Antietam. And we're not starting, I just want to see how many troops you can have. Holy moly. Yeah, this grand battle, you can have a lot. You can have like 100 brigades if you wanted. We don't nearly have that many. So we have an attack left, right, and center, and a reserve area. So all of our army is going to be coming to bear on this Battle of Antietam here. So we only have a total of, that's about 20, 28, 30 brigades. We only have like 30 brigades. Unfortunately. So on our second core here, third core is for speed. Would that mean we should put our cavalry in our third core? I don't know. We'll just add to this main battle group here. More infantry. What do we have plenty weapon of? In our armory, not so much. We have some palmettos. Really only got palmettos in our armory right now. So let's get a full brigade here of palmetto rifles. A full infantry. In the shop, we've got enough to make about 3 more. Well, we got a lot of these. Ooh. Let's do the cheaper ones first. Let's make a full brigade of this starting rifle here. Oh, so we don't have that enough recruits. We could spend reputation to get a little bit more recruits. We might do that. Go ahead and order some recruits here. Just making some additional infantry brigades here. And you with the Lorenz. So we're shy about 20,000 in moolah. We could sell the Napoleons. First sell the howitzers. And then we'll sell about 15,000 worth of this. Well, that might be enough. That might be just enough. Oh, we're shy of 400 bucks. Okay. Sell those. Perfect. Okay, our first core here is full. Total of 24 brigades in this first core. Second core has 8 brigades. Third corps just has a couple lone infantry brigades. We did spend a little bit of reputation. Career. Don't need to use the organization yet. What does logistics do? Oh, plus starting ammo. Okay, that gives you more ammo to start with. This could be a bloody battle, so we might do 1 medicine and 1 training. Actually, do 2 training. No. 1 medicine, 1 training. Okay, apply.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on to the Battle of Antietam. We have a total of 24, 32. We got 34 brigades. Our complete army. Even though you can have a total of 100 brigades. Our army's just not that large yet. We haven't built it up to that point. So our main corps here, we'll put in the reserves. Second corps, we'll have down here on the bottom. And the third corps up here. So on the attack center, we don't have any brigades. Okay, we're going to need to take 4 brigades off our main column here and put them on the attack right. So the 4 that we just built, perfect. And we're definitely going to save before we start this battle. This is going to be a big deal here. Okay, First Corps, main army, right in front. Second Corps, we'll put them down here. And up here we just have 2 lone infantry brigades that aren't that big. We'll put them up here. And no reserves. Start. The Confederates have chosen to face our army near the town of Sharpsburg. The nearest bridge to town will probably be well defended. Act with caution. Most likely the Confederates have their right flank anchored here. Okay. We can cross Antietam Creek using several other passages, but there is danger of Confederate ambush or an artillery bombardment. The safest route is from the north. Okay. Really, we almost should have put our second corps up there. So yeah, the Confederates, they're pretty stacked on this battle. And right there north of town seem to be where they're at their strongest. So we might have deployed a little incorrectly here. Yeah, we're just starting off with this really small force. So we definitely deployed terribly. We should put our second corps up there, I think. So first corps attack center, second corps start up here, and third corps down here. Because this deal won't be that big of a deal. This is just going to be holding. I think I'd rather play like that. So we'll skip through all this. And we'll go with that deal there. I hate to have that small third corps be the starting force. So this is going to be the Grand Battle of Antietam. And I'm pretty sure we'll have time to get it in today. We've still got time. It's not a big panic. So we got a good early start on our live stream today. All right. First attack wave. Try to take these 2 positions. I think by taking these 2 positions on this first wave on a battle, our main attack with our main army will go a lot smoother. If that makes sense. So let's get our second corps here ready to go. We didn't give our... Yeah, we gave them plenty of supply. I think we're good. Okay, start. So our first objective here is to take Duncan Church and Nicodemus Hill. That's Dunker Church, and this is Nicodemus Hill down here. And this is a grand battle, so there's going to be... This is just the first wave on this battle, so to speak. And if we get in trouble on either side, we can just switch to going to one or the other. Alright, this artillery, I'll just deploy him right there. And there's an enemy cavalry. Alright, these guys keep moving towards that position. Alright, most of our units are coming up now. You guys keep moving up this way. Looks like he abandoned this position over here. He did abandon that position. Alright, nice job holding the center. Hicks Brigade. Just in time for our artillery to get in position. Alright, we'll keep Shaler's Brigade here on Dunker Church. Oh no, that's Nicodemus Hill. We'll keep them up there. Everybody else will start pushing towards the south here. These three infantry brigades, put them over here. And our artillery. Bring the artillery up over here. These grand battles, its ammunition can tend to be a bit of an issue. So you can stop with the ammunition for a minute here. And this is just our second corps here. Tyler and Corbett are going to start heading towards the objective, forcing him to pull back, hopefully. These infantry, they'll definitely push him down. Definitely. I turned the supply off for the moment. Just to, send them where they're needed. Go ahead and charge those guns. Alright, let's move Scott up here. Nice round. Nice, nice. Yeah, we're headed towards the objective pretty good right here. We're kind of running out of time though. We're definitely creeping up here. Oh, we captured a brigade. Nice. Yeah, Tolbert and Tyler are doing a good job. Alright, we've captured a Louisiana brigade here. Oh, hold on now. Alright, Tyler, you need to get down there. He's coming in pretty quick with reinforcements down here. Tolbert got sideswiped here. Dunker Church is contested. Barely by Tyler's brigade. Alright, Tolbert, get back in the action. Come on. Now, we've got plenty of fresh brigades. Okay, I think we've accomplished the first objective, if I'm not mistaken. The first wave revealed the Confederate intentions to hold their line and defend the town. Now we can send the rest of our forces down the valley. Okay, so our second corps here is basically just going to be holding this area as best as I can figure. Dunker Church must be held to clear the left flank of the Confederates. Okay, so we've got to hold this area. And this is another objective right here. We might bring our artillery down here to the Dunker Church. We can use them to harass. Perfect. So this is our very small third corps here. We've got 2 infantry brigades. We're going to use them to kind of flank them on the right a little bit. And our main army should be coming from the south. They won't be able to do much. Okay, so all of you just move up to this position. Get the supply wagon up here. Alright, you hold that hill. The artillery, I'm not sure about the... Okay, they don't have too good of a range. We'll need to move them up eventually. Let's bring these two guys up here. It could be a lot easier if you had more, if you had a larger army, but... Alright, Scott, you hold right there. Tyler will come to assist. Okay, this supply wagon is empty. Corbett here, he's in bad position. At least our main army's coming up now. See, now we really need to form up some kind of line here. This is going to be the tricky part. Getting a nice line formed up. Main army is finally coming up. Alright, Tyler hold. Scott hold. Oh, he's kind of strong over there. Okay. Not too much of a flanking maneuver we can do, but our main army's coming up. We must pass the bridge. Okay. Must pass the bridge. We can now attempt to pass the stone bridge and flank them. Although we really don't have, I think, too much more of our army in order to do that. If you had like 100 brigades, you could do that, but the city of Sharpsburg must be secured to claim victory today. Oh, so the only way to get victory is to actually take the town. Dang it. Okay. So they are going to make this difficult on us. Tolbert Brigade, he's just way behind enemy lines. We cannot allow the rebels to gain Dunker Church area. So that area we have to hold, or the Sunken Road. So we have to hold these two positions and take the city. As far as our objectives. See, pause right here for a minute. So in order to get a draw, we have to at least hold Sharpsburg. But to get a victory, we have to hold the Dunker Church, the Sunken Road, and Sharpsburg. So we have to hold all of it. Both of these positions we have to hold. And the town itself. We have no forces down here. Unfortunately. Oh, this Talbot Brigade is just way behind enemy lines right now. Man, he's going to get destroyed. But we can hold the front here. I've got it paused momentarily. These two artillery, let's get them up here to about maybe this position. That would be good right there. Shaler's Brigade here. We're going to abandon that hill. We're going to bring him down. And as far as our main army coming up, bring the corps commander and the supply wagon to the center there. This cavalry will bring him up to the hill so he can have that visibility on the map. The other two, the skirmisher and this cavalry, we're going to bring them down here to assist our two brigades down here. And the remainder of this infantry here, I'm going to bring all of them down. And these four are strength right here. Bring them right there. Perfect. So we're going to bring all of that. We've got all of them positioned to how we want to be coming into the battle. Over here, we'll have to do some micromanaging in order to get a decent line set up here. Like Harker, Gordon, here. Garish is holding. Benjamin, I'd like to get him to turn a little bit. And the Hicks Brigade, we're going to have him. We're going to have the Hicks Brigade charge in there. Tyler Brigade, he cannot charge right now. Just fire on that position. Matter of fact, fire on it. And Scott will keep them in reserve in the center. Yeah, that poor Tolbert Brigade is in big trouble here. Over here, we just have to hold. See, now Buford hold, Parker hold, Gordon hold. Benjamin, he's facing okay. It's not the best position. Okay, move these two gentlemen up a little bit. He might try to flank us over here. Oh, come on, Gordon, hold. He's giving us hell right here. Alright, charge that brigade. And Gordon buckled. He's coming heavy right here. However, we do have several infantry brigades coming up. This cavalry, I need to bring these guys over here for a minute. He's turning our flank. My goodness, we're getting roughed up in the center. Alright, we did destroy that infantry brigade, thank goodness. Old Tolbert retreated and he actually captured the town. That might mess him up a little bit. Harker, get back in. Oh my goodness, he is really being aggressive right here. Out of there. Hold. We can't get these guys up here fast enough. Fall back, fall back. Fall back before you get captured. We need to get up here. Hold that position. I'm tapping the keyboard like crazy. Well, we saved our supply wagon, thank goodness. Tolbert. He's way back in enemy lines here. Alright, now we're getting our fresh infantry up here. Skirmishers come over here, same with cavalry. He's kind of bottled up right here. I feel like we can, I feel like now we can get into position here to really hold him. Artillery is just taking forever to get in the battle. Alright, Tolbert, move up, keep messing up their line. Buford hold. Bears hold. I just keep sending wave after wave at the Dunker Church. It's almost like he's trying to rescue that, we should get some more We're missing some of our brigades, though. They're not in the battle yet. Nice, okay. Hicks, hold. Benjamin, come right here. Garrison, reserve. Gordon, push up. All three of you attack. Hold, hold. Let's put our cavalry out. Maybe we can find some opportunity here. Alright, Gordon, hold. Hold. Alright, all three of you. Oh, we're getting so sketchy in the center here. It's where he just keeps coming and coming and coming. It's a big battle. This is a big deal. And Tolbert, he's not out of it yet. I'm putting our cavalry down here. You know, we're not doing that bad. Actually, starting to push him back a little bit here. Getting a bit of a line formed up. Especially over here, we're actually starting to kind of surround him a little bit. Ah, they've got... Okay, there's no capturing that. Too far away. Only thing that's got me weird is where is the rest of our army? Thank you for coming. Alright, now we can bring our commanders up a little bit here. Benjamin is the most damaged, so we might just have him hold the Dunger Church, along with that captured brigade. Early surrendered. We had a brigade just surrender. Where? Over here. Okay. So we'll bring them up. We keep sweeping around him. Couch, Arnold, and Walton are finally getting down here to Wright's position. Alright, the cavalry, just sit back. There's nothing you can really do here, just stay right there. Looks to me like we're taking Bloody Lane now. Yeah, Parker is in bad position. Alright, let's bring Couch down to assist Tolbert here. Tolbert, you have to hold. I think Tolbert, it's actually Torbert. We are doing a good job right now. See, now this Benjamin's gonna keep an eye on the prisoners here. Our main camp over here. Is there any other hill to spy from? Not really. Alright, Couch is sneaking up behind Wright's brigade here. Cut that cavalry through the center. Harris's brigade just took a beating on this battle. A little cavalry action here. Nice. We've got them outnumbered, but we've still got morale. Come on. Oh, Couch just engaged with somebody here. Couch is engaged with Wright's brigade. I think we both lost. We're still pretty good on ammunition across the board. Yeah, we're slowly pushing him down. We've about got the sunken road here. Moody and Porter, they've got it under control. Alright, Reed is going to sit right on top of the hill there with the supplies and keys. Alright, skirmishers come down here. Alright, cavalry. What is going on here? Alright, Tolbert, get in the town. Face Evans. We're pretty stacked up. Alright, let's bring our two of our corps commander down here. Encourage the morale of the troops. I think that's what they do. We didn't have enough forces in order to take the stone bridge. Because you gotta have, we only had like a total of 30 brigades on this battle. But he's got, you can have up to 100, which shows you how many of our brigades we've let get destroyed over time. We are ripping him a new one. Oh, the battle's still going. Hold on. Pause. Let's pause for just a moment here. See, if we had a lot more, we really could surround him, But we are kind of cutting him up right now. We've got him enveloped. He's taking fire on three sides now. We just got so much of our infantry up top. One of our, somebody's getting low on ammo here. You still have you have no supply. This wagon still has supply. So bring this wagon down along the front here. So Garish and Benjamin are holding the Duncan Church with our prisoners and our two artillery up there. See, I don't know where the rest of our artillery is. This is most of our army, but we're still missing a lot of our artillery for whatever reason. Alright, Tolbert and Couch have control of the town. Our cavalry, we're just trying to see if we can steal some of his supplies here. Alright, Reed, position him right here. He's going to hold the hill, so that hill can have visibility. Everybody else, we're just going to keep pushing them down. Alright, continue. Arnold's going to need to assist. He's charging his cavalry in here in the town. Alright, see if you can get that supply. Alright, running our supply wagon down along the line here. He's got a troop brigade right there. Two of them. There's no cut through right there. Orbit is out of ammo. Yeah, we need to get this supply wagon down to the town. Matter of fact, get Brooks in the town too. Alright, Arnold did a good job of assisting the town here. Get the supply wagon down there. Alright, Arnold's gonna hold against any possible flank. Where is he kind of... He's just logged up down here. It's going to be difficult to get that objective, but that objective is not critical. I think it's just extra if you get that stone bridge. We are routing him so bad, though. Finally figuring out how to play this game. Alright, let's pull Porter and Moody over here. Buford and Tyler over here. We need to start fanning out a little bit. We're too bunched up over here. Ooh, okay. Whoa, hold on. Dang it. Let's get some infantry down here. Alright, Couch. Couch, get down here, outside of the town. Tolbert is finally getting some ammunition. Alright. Yeah, start spreading out. Our problem right now is getting spread out. Okay, that supply wagon is actually out. Take you 3 brigades over here. Our artillery's so far back now. Cavalry down here. Let's see what's down at the bottom. Yeah, this is where he's making his next stand. Now I'll come over here. Oh, put the cavalry up on that hill. Good job. And we've eliminated a lot. You know, we're going to keep playing. Even though the, save right there. Even though we've got a win, we're going to keep playing, because I think we've got enough to take that Stony Ridge too. I want to see what happens when we take it. There's no observation area over here. Couch. Move out here. Sailor, move here. Arnold, straighten up right here. Oh, we're just decimating him. That cavalry up here. Beautiful victory at Antietam for the Union here. Look at the Confederate forces just running off the field. And we've secured the stone bridge. The only thing that was odd was, even though it let us have 100 brigades, a lot of our artillery didn't come on the field. Most of our infantry did, which is good, but a lot of our artillery wasn't able to come in this battle, which was kind of odd. Trying to encircle him, see if we can completely finish him off. it wouldn't let us play anymore. We got all the objectives. That was a beautiful victory. Look at that. The first 2 pages is just all of us. Some of our brigades, a lot of our brigades took 1,000 casualties. Oh, this brigade took, yeah, Torbert. Torbert took massive casualties. He seems to get a lot more kills with his artillery than we do. Only one of our brigades saw no action. It was that cavalry way up at the top of the map. We had them hold the hill to be able to get visibility. So I don't know what this Iron Brigade is that we just got, but whatever it is, it just gave it to us. Oh, look at the cheese right there. Whew. That is a major boost. Oh, look at the Iron Brigade. They've got all 3 perks already. Man, that is nice. If we got them up to full strength, they would actually lose a lot of their perks. We'll put them up to where they still keep all 3 of their perks. Yeah, some of these guys saw no action. Like, all these artillery here, they didn't see any action. They didn't even get deployed in that battle. Neither did, I think, one of our skirmishers. This one, he didn't show up on that battle either. So first thing we need to do is replace some of our damaged leaders. Hold on, first let's save, because that was beautiful save. Our career, whew. We'll go ahead, well, see, now we're going to need some moolah, I think. Put our economy up 1, and I'm training up 1. And let's take a sneak peek at our upcoming battles before we try to work on our army. Man, that was beautiful, them 3 battles today. Dude, Antietam, you absolutely wrecked him. Okay, so next engagements, 8th of October. Okay, so there's Iuka, looks like Kentucky or Tennessee. I think that's still in Kentucky. So there's two optional battles in Kentucky. Iuka on the 19th of September, 1862. On the 8th of October, there's the Battle of Perryville. So there's two optional battles here, leading up to the Grand Battle of Fredericksburg. Ooh, that could be bad for us. Because Fredericksburg is a bad battle for the Union historically. However, they already have 5% less enemy army size because we got a victory at Antietam. Okay, so if we get a victory at Perryville, his army size will go down a little bit more, maybe another 2%. And if we get a victory at Iuka, then enemy army receives many veteran recruits. So if we get a victory at these two optional battles here, it's really going to help us out in Fredericksburg, especially this Iuka here, which that will be our next battle. We could take a sneak peek how many brigades it takes. That way when we do our next live stream, whenever it is, Monday or who knows, I doubt we'll get one over the weekend on this game. We'll be starting with this battle. So it can be 10 brigades. So we'll work on our army here a little bit, getting them up to snuff. Reed, we can get him up a little bit here. So he's full strength now. We need to give him a commander.
Yes, sir.
Same with him. Alright, our second corps. Artillery's good. They didn't take no casualties. And everybody else is infantry. So we've got to replace those two leaders. Krzyzanowski's back in the field. And Pleasanton is back in the field. They were wounded, but they're back in the field again. So I think if they stay wounded for a couple battles, and then you're able to recruit them back. We can hire these gentlemen here if we want. Which is probably cheaper than replacing them the way we've been replacing them. Yeah, the Second Corps got a lot of experience on that battle. Almost should have played it where you have the... If you only had 30 brigades like I had, you almost should have put your main army on that first left wing attack and then have the rest of your army come up on the second phase of the battle. Either way, we'll get all of these gentlemen up to snuff. He actually is full strength now. And he's getting up there. Okay, they're all good.
Sir, yes, sir!
Yeah, it's not too damaging. See, this Iron Brigade, I think that's the Torbert. This is the brigade here. This brigade took massive casualties on that engagement. I think a lot of our brigades and our second corps have got a rank up too. Alright, the Iron Brigade, we're going to keep it at 1141. That way they keep all three of their perks. Yeah, just keep it at 1141 here. I would like it to get a little bit higher. Let's put it up to about there. So at least they'll keep two of the perks, but they'll be a lot larger size. Alright, first corps is all healed up. Third corps is good. We don't have enough weapons of that type. Alright, these two artillery actually got a rank up. So give them some ammo. My goodness.
Sir, yes, sir!
Most of the rifles in the second corps aren't the best rifles.
Sir, yes, sir! Form line!
Yeah, a lot of them are going to be able to get an additional perk now. Some of them took 50% casualties. Okay, so we can level up all of these gentlemen. Discipline. Discipline. We like the discipline. The discipline is paying off for the Union here. Being just a strong line that slowly moves up. Perfect. Okay. So every brigade we have now is up to snuff. And we didn't lose any brigades, and we actually got the Iron Brigade was rewarded to us. So now we can create more brigades here. Let's get another. On this first corps, we'll just fill it up with infantry, because we've got plenty of artillery and a couple of cavalry and sharpshooters here. So we can see what guns we have available. We've got 2,500 of this Mississippi rifle.
Yes, sir.
That won't cut. Oh, we don't have that many recruits. Ah, okay. So right now we've got plenty of money, but not a lot of recruits. So need more men. We'll spend reputation to get some men. Trying to see what I have a lot of in the armory. The reboard farm, we got 1,700 in the armory. That's about it. Got a little bit of those sawed-off shotguns in the armory. Plenty of artillery in our armory right now. So the artillery is not going to be that expensive if we were to make some artillery brigades, which we will. So we're just going to make a couple of basic rifle brigades here. Yeah. Now, first corps is stacked. 24 brigades in that first corps. That's as full as it can be. That is the largest you can have, is 24. Because if you look at your organization, that's the max 4 division, max 6 brigades. Biggest size is 2,500, so I think we've done right by going with the organization heavy. So now we can keep buffing up our other corps here. Move these gentlemen. No, keep them where they're at. Alright, second corps. We don't have too many recruits. So let's add a couple of artillery here to our third corps. That's what we'll do. Okay, in the armory we've got plenty of 6-pounders. And we have some Napoleons. About 10 Napoleons. So we'll do one. See, it only costs 600 recruits to make a full artillery brigade. So we'll make 2. 1 6-pound field gun and 1 Napoleon here. Perfect. So our recruits are here, but we still got plenty of moolah left over. So we might up our supply wagons here. Get them up a little bit bigger. Get this one up to 20. Yeah, that's the biggest you can hang. It's 35,000. So we might as well just keep it at max. And this one, 2,100 is fine. So we've got plenty of supply. And we now have a total 24 plus 12, 36, 40. We have a total of 40 brigades at our disposal. We can go ahead and make a 4th corps. The 4th corps, we'll put him on a trainer. And the Sumner 4th corps, we'll use that corps in order to do any of these small optional battles. Because, for example, our next optional battle here at Iuka, you can only have 10 brigades, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can only have 10 brigades. So on our 4th corps, we'll put our 10 best brigades in there. In our 4th corps. We'll put our 10 best brigades. And get them ready. We'll put the Iron Brigade in there. And put McClellan in there. So that's 6 infantry brigades. 6 of our better infantry brigades. Then we'll put 2 artillery, These are the field guns. Okay, need to make another division here. So we'll put 2 artillery, Toon and Cutshaw. And then we'll put cavalry. Buckley needs some experience. And this skirmisher is almost there. Let's put this skirmisher. So these 10 brigades here, we'll put them in this corps just to be able to do the next battle with. So save as live Union. Perfect. And we are literally ready to rock. So when we come back on our next live stream, we're Army organizations ready to go. We have a total of like 32 brigades. No, 38 brigades, something crazy like that. No, I'm sorry, 40. Yeah, we had even 40 brigades. So our 10 best brigades are going to start this battle here at Iuka when we come back. Optional battles leading up to Fredericksburg. So see, we just grab them right there, and boom. That's our gorgeous army that's going to engage in this battle. This game is gorgeous. We are absolutely rocking this title. Now that we're starting to figure it out, we're doing a lot better job. We're lacking in experience on our brigades. But we are doing a pretty good job on this game up to this point. I appreciate everybody coming in and watching it today. We had a beautiful episode today. Absolutely ripped them apart. 3 beautiful victories: Crampton's Gap, South Mountain, and Antietam. Oh, we absolutely rolled him down the line at Antietam. Until next time, my friends. Peace.